Hey guys, welcome back to another PS2 Memories video. Here we are taking a look at a unique arcade style rally game by the name of Shox that was published by Electronic Arts back in 2002. And this is quite a unique fun style rally game that utilizes very different gameplay styles thrown into the mix, but it also is very similar to a lot of very popular arcade racers from back in the day. It has a mix of games likes of Rallycross, even a hint of Ridge Racer, but more to the point, it feels and plays a lot more likes of Sega Rally that was in the arcades and on the Sega Saturn. It has a very similar feel to it when you're playing the game. So the game gives you access to a number of licensed cars from different brands and makes from Audi, BMW, Toyota, Mitsubishi, Subaru, Lancia and Ford. And your task is to race through different types of environments and terrain with the goal of completing objectives throughout each of the races while also trying to win each race. So with the objectives in mind, you have what's known as shock zones throughout each lap as you race, and as you go through each shock zone you are presented with a timer and you have to try and get to the next checkpoint within an allotted time, and then you are given a rank of gold, silver or bronze depending on the time that you get to the checkpoint at, which is actually quite a fun feature. But not only that, depending on the ranks you get in the shock zones also determines the amount of currency that you can earn, which in turn you can use to purchase or gamble for other cars and even repair your cars from damage that you will accumulate through races and so forth. It's a very unique experience, even with the likes of the courses that are on offer. You have courses available on different types of terrain around 3 different style environments, and there's plenty of tracks on offer, so you can race on like desert style tracks, even to the likes of snow based tracks, even forests and the like. And graphically the game is very good. It is considered to be one of the better looking racing games on the PlayStation 2. The game is very easy to pick up and play. The cars handle very well. It definitely has a really good entry level feel to the cars if you're a beginner starting out and you're wanting to get familiar with racing games in general. This is quite a fun game to get stuck into. And it did get good reviews on the magazines, as it was highly praised for its fun gameplay style and even the additional features that were thrown in. But the one major thing to note is as well is, even though this game is simplistic in its nature, it is easy to pick up and play. It's not an easy game to get to grips with at the same time, because while the cars are easy to handle and you can get a feel for them and you can master the tracks and get familiar and push the cars to their limits, which is fun to do, but you also have to compete with other racers on the track, and that's where sometimes the issues can lie, because as with a lot of racing games, especially from the likes of EA and other developers, they use what's kind of like a rubber banding technique where you never really get that far away from other racers on the track, and this is no different. No matter how good you drive, you never seem to be able to gain more than a couple of seconds of an advantage. But the one thing with this game is as well, and it can be very frustrating, like you can be winning a race and near the end of it and all of a sudden player that's in second place will literally just shoot past you without reason, and the problem you have is they get so far ahead, even though you're driving as fast as you can drive, you can't catch them, and before you know it the race is over. So that at times can leave a bad taste in your mouth in terms of the playability. But apart from that gripe, it is really a fun game. It's not to say that you can't win races, you can. It doesn't happen all the time, but sometimes when it does happen it can be really annoying. Another cool feature that the game has as well is when you hit certain points, when you go over big jumps, the camera changes and what goes into like a slow motion movie style effect section, it will show the car jumping over that ramp or jump in slow motion, and it does look really cool, and it captures it from different angles. So there's a lot to do in this game. The gameplay is very fast, it's very frantic, it is a lot of fun to play. I have to say now, even myself personally, even though at times, as I mentioned, with some of those issues, the gameplay is very fun. It is very easy to pick up and play. There is a lot here that'll keep people entertained for a while, and generally it has enough about it that'll keep you coming back for more. And the simplicity of the controls and the cars, even though they all do handle very differently to others, it's definitely a win-win. And it's also considered to be a very underrated game on the PlayStation, as it's just one of those games that never really took off in terms of its popularity. But it's not to say that it's a bad game. It definitely is a good game, and it is worth a look. If you're into arcade style rally games and you want something that is fast paced, that is a lot of fun, even regardless of the gripes as I mentioned, this game will present a really good challenge for you and you will have a lot of fun with it. Plus the fact is that it has a lot of very unique and customized classic cars, anything from the likes of the Peugeot 106 GTI, even all the way to one of my personal all-time favourites, which is the Mark II Ford Escort. So even for me personally, that's my reason why I'd want to play it anyway, because you don't see that car in many racing games, so that's a privilege to be able to get access to it. So again, it is a fun game. I do recommend that you check it out. If you want to play an underrated classic for the system, you might be surprised. It definitely is something that you will have a laugh with, so definitely feel free to go and check it out. And I'd love to know your thoughts on this game if you have played it yourself, and if so, what did you think of it? Did you really enjoy it, or did you find it frustrating? Be sure to share it down in the comments below. And if you'd like to see more of these style of videos where I do provide other reviews and gameplay videos of similar style games on the PlayStation 2, then be sure to leave a like on the video. Again, subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon to be updated of future videos. And also be sure to check out some of the other videos on the channel where I have provided other similar reviews, where I do provide my thoughts and experience on the games that have been played. So make sure to go and check those videos out, and I will see you all over in the next one.